I use this simple Notion doc to launch a brand new productized offer. No big launch plan, no fancy tech. And this doc didn't just help me pre-sell $75,000 before opening the doors. It became the backbone of a product that brought in $286K in its first year. Now, most people think launching something new means endless prep, complicated funnels, or a massive email list. But what if you could skip all of that? In this video, I'm breaking down the exact system behind my launch so you can see how a single document and a small engaged group is all you need to get real results, even if you feel totally unprepared. And as someone who's helped hundreds of agencies launch and productize their service and consulting offers, I know that this works even if you're starting from scratch. I personally got to $25K a month without even having a website or a company name. I used a single Notion document. You can use a Google Doc. It doesn't matter. Just one simple document shared with a small engaged group. All right. So what is this document and why could it change everything about how you launch your next offer, even if you feel totally unprepared? So step one is to decide who this offer is for and clearly identify who they are and what they want and what they don't want. For example, for this offer, here's mine. Who it's for: the agency owner, freelancer, consultant, B2B service professional. Clear on ideal client with experience serving them. You know who you serve and have experience delivering your service, aka have gotten clients results. You're ambitious and want the simplest path to turning your business into a well-oiled machine, and you are coachable. Step two is the how it works section. This is where you tell them how it's actually going to work. You explain the container, the length of the engagement, and the outcome of working together. Set the expectation of what they will be getting by the end. Then also add the order in which you're likely going to work them through it. I want you to include any benefits. For example, the power of being in a group of like-minded people. So here's my how it works section for this document. I say it's very simple. You're going to get placed into an ecosystem of intense focus to turn your core offering into a profitable, productized service that runs like a streamlined machine and can be delivered with the minimum amount of you. We've developed a support system specifically for the growth stage of businesses like yours to help you achieve more by doing less. We'll keep you focused on the essentials to get your business on the right track with the right systems. And so I said, we're going to have a structure for 16 weeks. I won't read this word for word, but you understand over the next 4 months, setting expectations. Together, we'll package and repackage your core capability into a productized and systematized machine that is profitable and can operate in 30 to 40 hours per week. We'll likely do it in this order. And I break down, the first 5 things that we typically do with people. And then I mention, and on top of that, you get the ability to connect with other carefully curated owners with real businesses. And then we're going to work closely, with my team as well. So I'm kind of letting them know who we're going to work with. And at this time, we had worked with 689 people. Now we're about to cross over 900. Now, you really don't need to be like any sort of professional copywriter. I am not. This is literally I called it the how it works section, right? Most probably professional copywriters would have tried to make some sort of fancy stuff happen here. And this brings us to the next step, which is step 3, which is the logistics and how we will make it happen. And as you can see, I literally write the logistics and how we will make it happen section. So this is where you're going to mention all of the deliverables and the things you'll use to make sure they get the outcome that they came to you for. Again, here's mine. I talk about how we're going to have a kickoff call. I explain that there's training curriculum around these specific areas. I talk about the power of the community group. I talk about what each of our calls are for. Our Monday momentum call, our Wednesday consulting jam sessions, that they had a 2-month one-on-one review call, 4-month one-on-one review call, etc. So after we've told them who it's for, how it works, and really the logistics of how we're going to make the outcome happen, then we dive into step 4, which is telling them the investment. And obviously, this is where you're going to put a pay plan if you have a pay plan. You can also position the value as it relates to past client results or the multiplier that they're going to get when they actually go through this process. So for us, I said the investment is, at the time that we had this offer, it was $5,500 split into 2 payments across the 4 months of the program. And then we continue at $400 a month with a 30-day cancellation policy. Or if you want to save 10%, which is $500, you can prepay the first 4 months up front, which is $5,000. Honestly, if all you did is run one successful campaign for your offer, it wouldn't be unusual to make your investment back and then some in the next few months. We've had many clients say, if I create a 5K, 10K, or 20K plus offer, I would just need one sale or two and we'd be golden, which obviously sets the expectation of what they can expect for how quickly they can get an investment. Which brings us to the last section of how to get started. So again, as you can see, it's fairly straightforward. I say it's simple. If you're at this point, there's one of three ways. You obviously feel like it's a good fit and you have a couple of clarifying questions. You know that it's right for you and you're ready to jump in, or you realize that this is not a good fit right now. And when we invite people to review this document, we ask them like, hey, are you a 1, 2, or are you a 3? And so this makes it really simple for the people to come in when we share this document with them in that small engaged group. Reach out to my email list, my social folks that I had been engaged with over the years. And when I shared this doc with them, it was very easy for them to say, this is for me or it's not for me. Step 6 is to list out all of the FAQs that you've gotten and make sure that that list keeps growing over time. Again, this is an offer that we've evolved and rebranded. We don't even have this specific offer anymore. Like I said, it launched, we learned a lot and we iterate, which is exactly what we teach. So as you get those questions, you would add them here and you can add them again, whether it's a Notion doc or a Google doc, it doesn't really matter, but you want to continually update this with any questions or objections that you're getting so that you eliminate all of that back and forth. Now, step 7, if you notice at the beginning of this page, is to just record a short video of you speaking to the individual at a high level, adding some sort of human element to it. This is not just to reread the whole document. Okay, that's step 7. Now you have the document, but you need to get it to people. The easiest way to get this off the ground is to use your existing email list and the contacts that you already have. So step 8 is to send an email like this one to your list. Obviously modify for yours, but this is what ours looked like. Wanted, founders looking to productize their service in 2024. The body of the email is pretty simple. As entrepreneurs, growth without systems is close to impossible. Lucky for you, I've been systemizing businesses for almost a decade now. I've coached 698 agency owners, freelancers, consultants on growing without adding hours to their calendar. And this year, my mission is to help them help even more entrepreneurs build a business and life that they love, which is why I'm launching a brand new program. I'm opening up spots to work with ambitious entrepreneurs who want to productize their service offering, systemize client delivery, build and automate your sales system, install a marketing system that gets ideal clients coming to you, get your time back to focus on your zone of genius so you're ready for more growth and scale. If you're up for it, reply back, Navigator, and I'll send you all the details. Step 9 is to reply to those people. Again, send them the document. Here's what that reply could look like. Hey, first name, here are the details of what we've been working on. It's meant for growth-focused founders looking for a clear roadmap and a system to create consistency in their income, leads, and client results so your business runs like a well-oiled machine. Open this doc. There's a short video in the document. Then just let me know if you have any questions and sign off with your name. So really what matters here is that you keep it super simple and human. The fancier you try to make it, surprisingly, the less it will work, which for you perfectionists will be hard, I know, but trust me. Now I launch and I relaunch every offer and updated offer following this exact same process. And hundreds of our clients use this exact same plan to get their new offers out the door within the first 30, 60, 90 days of working with us. And if you want to study how this process evolves into a 100K per month plus productized business, click this video right here where I walk you through each and every step.